Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lazy Cat Reactions. This is episode 5 of season 7 of Heartland, Thread the Needle. Amy attempts to help a young RCMP constable overcome a personal challenge to fulfill his lifelong dream of performing in the RCMP musical ride. So, that's going to be a fun episode. I have a little bit of music. I know at least for a little bit on TV, it was kind of the hot thing to have musical episodes. I guess somewhat a little bit still now. But yeah, like a few years ago that was kind of a hot thing. I think Joss Whedon kind of started that because he had that musical episode of Buffy. And then, we saw a couple other shows. And personally, I like that. It gives actors a chance to do something else. Because a lot of actors are singers. Not all, but a lot are. And so, especially if they're working just on a regular show that isn't Glee, they don't get much opportunity to sing. So, I thought it was nice that they had a chance to kind of showcase some talent and get the opportunity to belt out lyrics. One example I know of that was Once Upon a Time. They did a musical episode. And I was actually quite impressed with Lana Parrilla, with her song, something about being evil. And then, you had like Hook sing a song, Zelina sang a song, Evil Queen, The Charmings. Yeah, they did a good job. And of course, Once Upon a Time was on ABC, which was owned by Disney, so it kind of fit. But yeah, I kind of remember that, and that was fun. And I think the actors, as far as I know, the actors had fun. Some people weren't happy about that because they don't like musicals. I do like musicals. I like to think of myself as a singer. But yeah, so I actually like the idea of shows kind of doing musical episodes because most of these shows aren't reality anyways. So why not have a little bit of fun? Take some creative avenues and have a bit of fun. So that might be something with this, since it's a musical ride. We might have a bit of singing, and it's not like a full musical episode, It's not like Amy's going to come in from outside and just start belting out tunes. Although that could be kind of cool for an episode too. Anyways, let's get started. I bet they like that too. So this happened before. At least he checked to make sure he was okay. Well, they got people at the Dude Ranch because you got family there.
Excuse me, miss.
Still
waiting.
And you'll wait longer.
I had to go, but just get back. You have to give me a job. I want to be a part of it.
Job.
Yeah, she's your adopted
Okay.
great-granddaughter.
You
So.
can be the spotter.
Spotted?
That's the guy that stands back at a distance, makes sure the...
Like I said, if I was going to be a cop, I'd want to be not the police. Place someone
Cassandra?
after.
So no you, no Peter, no Caleb.
Yeah, where is Caleb? Oh, yeah, he left.
Forget
The
it.
circuit.
I'll figure it out.
But no, he came back. So where the hell's Caleb
I
now?
was kind of hoping he wouldn't take part in it this year. It's really strenuous work.
Let me see what I can do, okay?
How rude, Cassie.
No.
Yeah, like
Why don't you
Cassie.
just go talk to her?
So he liked Mallory, and now he likes Cassie.
Drooling over that Cassandra girl.
Hey, I bet you need a life jacket or something if we're gonna go in that canoe.
Okay, I get Ty is upset about Cassandra, given what happened. But I think he was being a little bit of a dick there to Jeff. Yeah, Jeff was asking these questions, and maybe Jeff shouldn't have been. But yeah, I just feel like he was being a bit of a dick to him. Mentioning about the cars and everything. And I'm just like, help him out. If he's asking this question, mean, obviously he didn't want to tell him what happened. But at the same time, it's like, Jeff is still technically family now, given that they adopted his biological sister. So of course that means he's family. So I feel like they should trust him and kind of allow him into the family stuff. They would for Shane, and Shane is their half-blood relative. So it's not that much different, you know. I knew Cassie was coming back at some point. So I bet she and Ty will probably have a discussion. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like Ty was being a bit of a dick because Jeff doesn't know. And yeah, okay, he's asking these questions about her because he thinks she's attractive and everything. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong or something. But yeah, I just feel like Ty could have been nicer to Jeff there.
Okay, I didn't hide anything, and I resent the accusation.
Okay.
If Lou was this hard up for people, why would she
God.
book everything?
So you're working here?
Yeah.
Dan,
All right.
That got her attention. What was going on? She could have probably designed something and they could have worked together so that he would still be able to ride. So that's kind of on him, you know. He should have been up front. I mean, I know like it's not really her business, but in a way it is, because when she's working with horses and the people, you know, she does kind of need to know about like traumas or things that could end up being relevant because they end up affecting people. So in a way it is something that she needs to know. And, you know, Cassie's all like, no, Ty can't seem to let go. It's like, you think he might be slightly bitter about the fact that you let him take the fall? That you knew because you were covering for Jeremy? I mean, I get it. You know, when she went to get the food, Jeremy went away. And I think she didn't realize it at first. And at least after that happened, she did come forward and confess. But at the same time, it's like, actions have consequences, babe. All right? And your actions caused you to get fired. So you should have thought about that. You know, when you went to get the food, you should have had Jeremy go get the food. You know, because she said, oh no, he was with me the whole time. Well, no, he wasn't. And he killed Buckingham. You know, when that food came, you should have said, Jeremy, go get the food. I will keep an eye on the horse. I personally don't think Scott should hire her back, but I know he's going to because Scott's a nice guy. And I'm thinking, man, what a problem to have. It's kind of like right now where like no one can hire people, you know, like no, every business you go by is pretty much wanting people, but no one wants to work, unfortunately. It's kind of the same thing, you know, they need another person at the vet clinic. Lou needs people. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, why did Lou go ahead and book when she's short-staffed? Was it that they had already booked and then became short-staffed? Maybe. Or was it that she still booked even while short-staffed? And she said she hasn't really gotten any bites, and I'm thinking, probably no one wants to work with you, Lou, and I can't blame her. Running off and playing too. I mean, you know, I could see Jeff doing it and being her brother, but I like how Ty was off and helping as well. That's going to be a nice moment for the three of them, you know? I mean, like I said, I think one thing that Jeff is a little uncomfortable about is that he's now part of a family. And of course, you know, he was in the foster system pretty much, I think, until he was, old enough to not be. And maybe he did have a family, but I have a feeling like Georgie, he was kind of tossed around. So, now there's this big family on a ranch that he gets to be a part of. And I think that is going to be a bit daunting, a bit overwhelming. Especially because it's like, who are these people? These are complete strangers. Yes, they're adopting my sister, but, but still, who are these people? So, I could see it if he is a bit uncomfortable. But he's gonna fit in well. I hope that we see him a few times. Like I said, maybe when she goes to prom or graduates high school, and stuff like that. I hope that we will see him every so often. Maybe the actor becomes a regular. I should check and see how many episodes that actor. Jack, he thinks that's funny. He's smiling there. I mean, Lou was like Vera, and I'm like, come on, she's a doctor. Of course, she would know that. But it makes me think that they're maybe trying to set those two up. But in the first episode that we saw her in, Tim was hitting on her. So I don't think Tim would score, but I think they're trying to set her up with Jack, which I don't totally accept because he's still in love with Lisa. And then, Jeff talking about staying an extra week. So I hope we'll see him in episode 6. I hope it won't be like that week later or something. It probably will be. But, it'd be nice to see him back again. And I like that he is trying to help out and get more involved. Because it's like, when Ty said that you're wanting to spend your time with Cassie and not with Georgie, it's like, that's a valid point. If he wants to get to know his sister, he should help out there on the ranch. And it looked like he had fun, throwing the hay. He talked about, how sore he was and everything. But I was like, I think he had fun doing it, and it was a way to bond with his sister and the other members of, the Flemings and everything. So it was definitely a smart move. His grandmother. I love that he wanted her there. And like I said, I bet they love that. I bet they have fun with that, He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's got his help. He's gonna have to let the sergeant know. He'll be fine. Brian will be fine. Oh. Come on, work through. Work through. Grab it. He got it. Okay. He's back. He's back. On this and letting us see it.
Now everyone, get your cameras ready for the highlights of the musical ride, The Charge!
Ah. It's really cool that we're getting to see this. But they're allowing us to see it. Makes me wonder if they are using real mountain police, if there's a real mountain police as extras in this. Like I said, I hope that those were some real RCMP. If they are, let me know. That they were like in the as extras and stuff in that, because that'd be really cool. And I like that we kind of got to see that. Obviously, if you're in Canada and you know about it, you probably cut my part. You probably go and see it anyway. But obviously, as an American, I don't know that you would do it. Maybe I should have known. But like this was something new to me to find out about the musical ride, and I think that's awesome. You know, and like I said, they are very committed to it. I mean, you could see that Brian wanted to do it and everything. It meant a lot to him, also because his grandmother was there. But it meant a lot to him, and so they take that job seriously. So I like that. Now, the guy who played the sergeant, Conrad Coates, I know him from Defiance, which was on for 3 seasons on Sci-Fi, and I'm still salty at Sci-Fi for canceling it because when they did cancel it, it was their 3rd highest rated show. So why they canceled Defiance when it was their 3rd highest rated show, I don't know, because it had a lot of potential. So I'm, still mad at some stupid movie. But Conrad Coates was in the final season, and if you guys have not watched the show Defiance, I definitely suggest checking it out. I forget what kind of alien race he was, but basically it was set not too far in the future. It was like 2033, so coming up. And Defiance was what St. Louis used to be. And basically it was aliens and humans kind of, living amongst one another and learning each other's cultures and stuff like that. And so he had a daughter, and like I said, they were in the last season, and you could see with his character that he started to kind of integrate more and become a little more human. And so, yeah, he started to like the humans and everything. He didn't kind of look at us repulsively like his daughter did. So, that's how I recognize the name Coates, because he was in that. So it's nice to see him again. I like that Jeff came back, and I like that we got to see him kind of integrate. And like I said, I'm sure it probably is hard for him, knowing that, I mean, it was nice that he just showed up to see his sister, instead of being like, oh, well, she's on with them, she's good, and it was nice that he's still seeing her, but I'm sure in a way it is a bit overwhelming for him. All of a sudden, there's like all these people who have adopted his sister and also have essentially adopted him, and that would be overwhelming. All of a sudden, there's like family members. But he knew at the end of last season that having her live there at Heartland was the right thing. He realized that he wouldn't be able to take care of her because, he commented when she was going to go with him about like a community center or youth center for the kids to go to, because he would be working, so when he'd be at work, she would kind of go to this youth center. And they still work there at Heartland and everything. And some people do that; they drop their kids off. But they were saying there's this place for her to go, this community center to hang out at while he's off working. Yet here, there's this whole ranch where after school, she can come home. There will probably be someone there. I doubt she comes home to an empty house. There will be someone there, and she has more of a stable life because she comes home, there's chores to be done, and like I said, there's usually someone around, whether it's Jack or Lou or Amy, someone will be there. So it definitely was the right choice. And Lou had said something to Jack, basically like he could come and visit whenever. And I'm thinking, yeah, because now, especially now that the adoption has gone through, and I'm sure they contacted Jeff about that. Now that it's gone through, he is, like I said, also officially family. And as I said, supernatural family don't end in blood. So Jeff is now also a part of the family. And they have been very welcoming to him. And maybe they feel like they're obligated to be because he is George's brother, but I like that he's been able to become a part of the family. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. I hope you enjoyed it as I did. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to be alerted of future Heartland Reacts and other reactions. Shout out to my editor, Captain Factory. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. Her link is in the description. Check her out if you need some of your videos. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok of the same name. I would appreciate getting more followers over on both of those, and you guys can see clips from various reacts and stuff that will be coming up in the future. Already starting to look at 2023. By the time this airs, this probably will go up in 2023. But at the time of filming, which is not 2023, already looking towards what I'm going to do for the following year. And the best way to know about that is, of course, to follow me on Instagram. But like I said, hit the notification bell. You can also be alerted as to when I post content. If you can, check out some of my other videos. I have a nice selection, at least I think a nice selection. Some family, some drama, some horror, some supernatural, just kind of a nice melee or melting pot, if those are words, of choices for you. So be sure to check some of them out too. Tell your friends about my channel. Tell your enemies. I do not discriminate. If you don't like my videos, definitely tell your enemies. Be like, hey, check this person out. I will be fine with that. That will not be insulting to me at all. I'll see you next time.